my niggas ride for me. I got niggas that'll die for me. You niggas ain't built like that. Run around talking like a thug when you won't bust a slug, man. Niggas get killed like that. Acting like you bang for the set when you ain't blood or cuz, man. Blood'll get spilled like that. Niggas saying really they the plug, but they talking to the judge, man. Get your cap peeled like that, cause niggas get killed like that. When you ain't built like that, you niggas ain't built like that. You was never on the block, you ain't never dodge a knock. You ain't never fought another crew holding down the park. You ain't swam with the sharks, you ain't wrestled with the gators. You was never fucking popping, you ain't got no fucking haters. Bitch, niggas like you make me watch out for the traitors. When you round some real niggas, mind your behavior. I will beat a nigga ass, then I'm laughing like I'm Jada. Get your fucking mind blown like a cartridge on a Sega. You niggas want attention, they don't want the war though. Talking all that shit, but you got a glass jaw. Ho, they never deliver. They got that DiGiorno. This that Walking Dead flow. I eat a rapper torso. You ain't the same man once you off the microphone. You ain't never broke a bone. You ain't never had a scar. You a certified pussy, so don't make me pull your card. I'm a certified prophet, respected like the word of God. Cause you ain't got the heart, nigga. You ain't got the heart. You ain't bout to finish any beef that you start. You ain't never been a soldier, little nigga, play your part. Claiming that you'll spark when you ain't got the heart. Cause you niggas ain't built like that. Run around talking like a thug when you won't bust a slug, man. Niggas get killed like that. Acting like you bang for the set when you ain't blood or cuz, man. Blood'll get spilled like that. Niggas saying really they the plug, but they talking to the judge, man. Get your cap peeled like that, cause niggas get killed like that. When you ain't built like that. Run around talking like a thug when you won't bust a slug, man. Niggas get killed like that. Acting like you bang for the set when you ain't blood or cuz, man. Blood'll get spilled like that. Niggas saying really they the plug, but they talking to the judge, man. Get your cap peeled like that, cause niggas get killed like that. All my niggas ride for me. All my niggas ride with me. I got niggas that'll die for me. All my niggas ride with me. You niggas ain't.
Perfect. I was gonna rip his heart out. I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lynx is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody as ruthless. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me.
No affiliation, why they faking? This ain't for debating. We the real, they really imitation. I be contemplating why this ain't on like heavy rotation on radio stations. I just pray the Lord give me patience, cause I'm running through these rappers like my name Walter Payton. Shitting on these rappers, 9 to 5 is my occupation. Raw, you come in with your best troops, you best bring more. Already told you I got the juice like Orenthal. Already know what I'm about to do, bet your men fall. Everyone know that we got the truth, all your men false. So lost, overtaking our enemies. Moves calculated and orchestrated like symphonies. Smooth operated when bringing haters to misery. Top 5 list ain't shit unless you mention me. Yeah, that's why we don't associate. Fuck niggas make them more fuck niggas. Why they procreate, why they overhate, cause they time is short and a moment late. Let it culminate to they harder race and it palpitate. Cowards perpetrate like they little group is respectable. Talking intellectual, all of you homosexuals, faggots.
There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. I want to eat his children.
I don't want to congregate. I don't want to deal with you. I don't want to fellowship. I ain't trying to build with you. Ain't the UPK, ain't the truth. Keep it real with you. Defenders of the faith, I got no problem bumping heads years with you. All that bullshit, you could take it over there with you. Rather be a houseboy, rather run with them field niggas. Show them to put in work, move mountain, crush hills, nigga. Take a dead soul, breathe life and make it live, nigga. No affiliation, so it's no one to compare with us. Took the Lord's laws and just added it with fear, nigga. Aim for the body, cause you know that killer head quicker. With these bars, I'm on my grizzly, so bear witness. You spit cold, I spit flu. Don't compare sickness. You floss diamond, I floss fringes. Don't compare dentists. I.S.U.P.K. We men the wall shit, we ain't Christian. Harm one of us, get pistol whipped like the gun got a belt with it. I'm bred different. The competition just a mill. I'm fed different. I stood front line on them fields. I bled different. I'd rather be a corpse than a coward. I'm led different. Shit, I'm led different. Come through like a juggernaut, so don't get in the way. And we take everything serious. We don't play. I wonder now what they gon' say. Shit, we make profits out of shooters like the NBA. You get slayed for switching sides, nigga. We ain't on the same page. Immaculate conception. Wow. These niggas bitch made. I'm sticking with the foundation where my bricks laid. You switch sides, I'd rather switch K's. You was never with us, nigga. Just know we on mission, nigga. Right hand hold the scriptures, nigga. Left hip hold the pistol, nigga. How you want it? You can get it spiritual or physics, nigga. Wrong ones to come against, so bring an army with you. No affiliation. When you see us, make the difference with us. No affiliation. When you see us, know we different, nigga. No affiliation, so no, you can't kick it with us. The wrong ones to come against, bring an army with you.
Perfect, 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 perfect.
Source of the earth, then our taste gon' stale. Black man, Hispanic man, we got no time to be weak. Rap is just a freak, though I got the game sewn. When I'm done, drop them white knives, taking my home.
I was 24, trying to see 25. I was
burned down Sodom from Babylon in the rumble. Black man, Hispanic man, we got no time to be weak.
Looked around, all I saw was death in the streets. That's why every time I speak, I put life.
Always sip on my own, don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone, while I'm riding trap on my chrome. Always sip on my own, don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone, while I'm riding trap on my chrome.
Been out of these streets, nigga trying to eat, while I duck police. Own family stealing from me. Mama told me to pray, but white Jesus can't save me. Get him away from me. I don't know what to say. So many niggas hating me. Get him away from me.
Always sip on my own, don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone, while I'm riding trap on my chrome. Always sip on my own, don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone, while I'm riding trap on my chrome.
Pour a sip on my own, don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone, while I'm riding around with my chrome. Pour a sip on my own, don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone, while I'm riding around with my chrome. Trying to keep it on the true side, nigga. Laying low to play it cool, nah, nigga. Ass niggas on the team, I've been known to get the green ever since I was 2'5", nigga. Coop hanging out the roof, nah, nigga. Cause I ain't stunting on them. Put my whole team on so they ain't wantin'. When niggas doing bad, you know that they be hating on you. Get the hoping that you fall, they be waiting on it. Bullshit, get bread from the envy. Best friends get to looking like enemies. When you got it in this bank account empty. Perfect recipe to brittle out of jealousy. Looking from a bird's eye view. Learn from everything I've been through. Told my baby girl.
But yeah, like that cayenne pepper, it's one of them peppers that it don't necessarily burn your taste buds. Cause some peppers will burn your taste buds, but then some peppers or spices burns your sinuses. And cayenne pepper is one of the ones that attack your sinuses. That's why they put it in like pepper spray and shit like that.
Right.
I mean stuff like that. So like, let me get the chat pulled up. Give me 1 second.
We'll go ahead and put the camera on your side.
Oh yeah, kind of. That's the one. Yes, indeedy. But yeah, it like when I started it, I woke up the next day, and I was about at 80% the next day.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
How much did you take in?
It wasn't that much. I made like a pot of tea. Yeah, just a pot of tea. Put a little cayenne pepper in the tea. Then, like I said, then I made that little stuff on the side with the honey, the garlic, cayenne pepper, and I maybe drank about 4 cups of tea until all the tea was gone. You know what I mean? So it didn't
keep that in mind for sure.
Oh yeah, it's definitely in my little booklet of remedies. I got one in. I got one in there for now.
Right.
You know what I mean? But yeah. All right, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Barakatah, all the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Shemal Thabah Shem Yahweh Shai, all the sisters. We the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, coming out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General YAHANNA. And what we teach is that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the lost 12 tribes of the nation of Israel according to the Bible, according to history, according to archaeology. You know, we're not just some crazy niggas that's just saying it just to be saying it.
Right.
You understand? We have archaeology, archaeological studies, anthropological studies that prove everything that we say.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, you know, your Christian pastor is a goddamn liar. He don't know what the hell he's talking about. He don't know the Bible. You understand? And anybody that tries to tell you that black people, Hispanic people, or Native Indian people, either one or all three, are not one of the 12 tribes, then you should know in that moment that you are talking to a damn fool. You understand? All right. Shalom, Officer Kazak Shapar. Kazak Shapar, Salakia. I meant to bring that book up here today and leave it for you. But you know, give me a call at the class and we'll just arrange for me to get that book to you. You know what I'm talking about. Shalom to the brother Thomas down in Bennettsville, South Carolina. You understand, brother been staying strong in these classes. And the sister Shara, Shalom, Yahweh Shema, Thabah Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, so if you got any questions, go ahead and type them into the chat. If you have any questions whatsoever, type them into the chat. You understand, today's topic is we're going to go into the Christian church. It's more of a history class today. You know, we're going to go into mainly scriptures, but I'm going to bring out historical events, you know, historical times, talking about how the Christian church is white supremacy. You understand? Ain't no ands if or buts about it. You understand? And we're gonna get to the bottom of it. You know what I mean? So if you got any questions, Go ahead and type them in now. If you got any law questions, any history questions, just go ahead and type them in. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna give y'all a couple minutes to do that. Otherwise, once we get started up, we're gonna hey Salak, y'all, you don't want to use that speaker in the room? I just can't bear the sight of seeing a brother, a priest of the Lord, sit on the floor. I just can't do that. All right, if you got any questions, go ahead and type them into the chat. And also, too, while you're at it, if you haven't done so already, go ahead and like and subscribe to our channel. And hit the notification bell. That way you get to pop up on your phone every time we go live. You understand? You don't have to necessarily ask, when this class gonna be. You're gonna get the pop up.
The ding.
The ding. You know what I mean? That way you can stay upbeat on everything we got going on. So like I said, we're going to go into, I guess more specifically, the black Christian church is white supremacy. Is more specifically what the topic is going to be about today. You understand? We're going to talk about it. All right, so we don't have no questions in the chat. Most High in Christ. All right, so like I said, the topic that we're going into today is the Christian church being the religion of white supremacy, or the black Christian church is white supremacy. Mardaki, I'm about to send you a link.
Come, sir.
When we get to that point, I'm gonna have you pull that link out and read over a few things. So, for starters, what I want you to do for me, Baba Kasha, so I want you to go into the book of Jeremiah. Book of Jeremiah, chapter 23. Chapter 23 and verse 14, Baba Kasha. Because here's the deal, right? In the world, before you came across the truth, before you came into the I.S.U.P.K, before you found out you was an Israelite, many of us used to think our pastors was just these holy, anointed men. They had the anointing. You know what I mean? You know how they say in the Christian church, the brother has the anointing. You understand? The prophetess, prophet, FS, whatever. You know what I mean? Prophet, reverend prophet, doctor, such and such. You know what I mean? Just so anointed and blase, blase, blah. But the thing is that we're so caught up in the idea of what Martin Luther King tried to do, of the things that he said, the things that he spoke on. We so caught up on those ideas. And here's the thing about black people need to understand, is that if Martin Luther King, I guess he had a plan. Did he have a plan, Martin Dockett? What was his plan? His plan was to be able to sleep with white women without getting punched in the face for it. That was Martin Luther King's plan. You understand? But, now I'm thinking about it. I'm trying to think, like, what was his agenda in the first place? But I tell you what, Commander Junior Hahn a couple years ago, he made he did a class on the grill one night that was so profound. I think I was like an officer of 50 at the time. And it was so profound that I had to email Commander Jenny Hahn. I was like, man, Commander Jenny Hahn, you just destroyed my everything I knew. I was like, I'm sick. I was nauseous. When he broke it down and he exposed Martin Luther King, I was literally sick to my stomach from that moment until about 4 or 5 days later. It was like Thursday or Friday before I started feeling better. Like my stomach was messed up. I was sick, literally sick. That's how profound that information was. But Martin Luther King, see, what Martin Luther King did, and here's the thing about the Christian church, the civil rights movement, what Martin Luther King stood for and did. Everybody in the world likes to be, don't talk about Dr. King. Dr. King was a great man. Blah, blah, blah. He died for our right to be able to vote. And blah, blah, man, damn that. He died for our right to vote. Then as soon as we get a felony, we can't vote. You understand? Man, the hell with Martin Luther King. Because here's the deal. Martin Luther King, the whole I Have a Dream speech, right? You know how Farrakhan does like the Million Man March? Well, Martin Luther King had a march. It was like a Million Man March. And they called it the March on Washington. And the night before the March on Washington, he was sitting down with the people that was supporting him. You know what I mean? That was financially supporting him and all that. He was sitting down with the people that's really banking on Martin Luther King to come through. So, anybody know what started the civil rights movement? You can even answer if you know, Mark Dockett. What started the civil rights movement? If anybody in the chat got an answer for me, just throw it in the chat for me, Baba Kashad. What started the civil rights movement? Anybody know? It's a tough one. I know I normally ask the class real easy questions. This was a tough one. But what started the civil rights movement? Anybody know? And I'll admit, I didn't even know until I came into the UPK.
Mark, take a shot.
Go ahead.
Was it when Rosa Parks?
Nope. Now, Rosa Parks brought a lot of attention to it. But that's not what started the civil rights movement. All right, because I.S.U.P.K, you just put one word in there, my brother. Somebody not gonna go. I got one word in there, because I.S.U.P.K. Shalom. Anybody want to take a shot at it? Anybody? You don't even have to be in the school to answer that one. Just if you know the answer, just type it in there. Garbage strike in Memphis. That was part of it, but that's not actually what started the civil rights movement. So I'll go ahead and for time's sake, I'll go ahead and break it down. So what started the civil rights movement was actually the pushcart workers to end discrimination. Yeah, that's it. But what it was the pushcart workers in Chicago. The pushcart workers in Chicago. What they wanted was equal pay for doing the same job as a white man. So they didn't. The civil rights movement did not start because we wanted to ride the white bus. It didn't start because we wanted to shop at the white stores. Because we had black stores, we had black restaurants, we had black buses, black owned. It was a lot of black owned businesses during segregation. So the civil rights movement started because of the pushcart workers in Chicago. The pushcart workers in Chicago wanted equal pay to the white men that did the same job. So that's what started the civil rights movement. Now that began to inspire people like what Kazak Shapar brought out about brothers wanting, doing the garbage strike in Memphis. You understand? That in part inspired those other types of acts. But it all began with the pushcart workers in Chicago. The pushcart workers in Chicago. Then like I said, they wanted equal pay for doing the same job. That was it. I can go eat my chicken at Keisha's restaurant. I don't need to go eat at Rebecca's restaurant. Right. You understand? I can just go and slide over there to Miss Shirley chicken, and get me a good old plate of that good stuff. You understand? So the sentiment of black people was not that we wanted to integrate in with this society. The sentiment amongst the black people in the civil rights movement was we want equal money. If we're gonna do equal job, we want equal money. Right. That was it. That was the bottom line. We could care less about riding the white bus because we had a black bus. We had black bus companies. We could care less about eating at black restaurants. Eating at Shalom. What's going on now? Yeah, that's why. So we didn't care much about those sorts of things. Those sorts of things were not important to our people. We wanted equal pay. You understand? Because in black society at that time, you got to think like this. We were living at a time where it was easily obtainable for black people to start black businesses and become successful. You understand? But just like any type of business plan, you got to start with capital. And guess what? We was living in a society where the banks ain't going to give you no loan. Right. But you know what? During that time, we had black-owned banks. You understand? So here's the deal. The pushcart workers, they wanted equal money. And you know what? Brothers started waking up all across the country like, you know what? I'm standing with them brothers right there. I want equal money too. Right. I'm taking out the trash just like this white man. Why he getting paid $18 an hour and I'm getting paid $7 an hour? Right. You understand? They wanted equal pay. You understand? And so, let's see, and Shalom, Mama Wad. You understand? So these pushcart workers, they inspired a large mass of the people to start to want equal pay. It was about the money. And here's the thing. Our black leaders knew this. Martin Luther King was one of them. I sat and watched the video. You can find it online. Like Mark Donkey, matter of fact, if you can find it, I probably should have found it before class started. Hold on 1 second. Because he was talking to some people the night before the I Have a Dream speech. The night before the March on Washington. And the night before the March on Washington, he was talking to all the people who were supporting him during the Civil Rights Movement. He was talking to the pushcart workers. He was talking to the brothers from Memphis. He was talking to all of them. You understand? And so, in talking to them, he knew what they wanted. They wanted equal pay. They wanted to get paid the same money. You understand? Because in America during that time, most of the money that these companies was making was going to white people. You understand? Not only that, but the government was giving away land and giving away capital for white farmers and things like that, and not giving anything to black people. And so Martin Luther King, his whole premise and why they allowed him to step into the forefront of the civil rights movement was because he told the people what they want to hear. You know, we want our money. Right. We want to get paid. We want the same opportunity. Our forefathers built this damn country. Right. You understand? So we want that money, man. We don't care about wearing your shoes because we make better shoes anyway. Right. We want the money so that we can take that money and buy more buses, build more schools, and be able to finance our own children's education the same way you do. So that was the motivation behind the civil rights movement. Martin Luther King stood up before those brothers and sisters the night before his March on Washington. And I can't remember his whole speech. But at the end of it, he said, when we get up there, we not leaving without a check. And those were his words. He coming to get that check. He said, we black man, we coming together and we finna get this check. We about to go up here and get this money. Trust me. They ain't about to leave us out in the cold for too much longer. We about to get this money. And everybody was like, yeah, man, let's get it. Let's get this money, man. Let's go in there, stand our ground. Got 1 million people in D.C. talking about we want our money. And you know what Martin Luther King did when he stood up there on that stand? He ain't say nothing about no money. He ain't mention money not one time throughout the whole speech. He said, I have a dream that little black boys and little white girls can sit down and hold hands and kiss each other in the face. That's what he said. I mean, paraphrasing, of course, putting words in his mouth. I'm embellishing the story, of course. But that's what he did. So he hit black people with the okie doke. You understand? Hit him with the okie doke. And when he hit him with the okie doke, everybody, the mass, here he is front and center, national, worldwide news. This is the most publicity that he's ever had. And he takes it as an opportunity to not speak on the issues on why they're there in the first place. Kind of almost similar to Farrakhan. When he said justice or else. Black people was mad. They was ready to go to war about what was going on. Farrakhan talking about you kill one more black person and I promise you it's gonna be we're gonna get justice or else. Nice. And you know what? Them devils came all through all the little cracks and crevices in the United States on that internet with their AR-15s talking about, all right, Farrakhan, we gonna see what else. Mm-hmm. You understand? Then they got up on that pool, on that stadium, and ain't say nothing about no plan for nothing. They just got up there and just took people money. Go ahead.
So that was the time when he had the second Million Man March when he went up there and didn't say nothing.
Didn't do nothing. How many times we gonna march? How many times we gonna march? When did Moses make anybody march anyway and protest anything? Where did Moses? Where they do that at? Go ahead.
It's like, so the only marching we did with Moses was out of it.
He was out of there. We marching up out of here, and we gonna take this and this and this and this while we gone.
Right.
You know what I mean? So Martin Luther King, he hit black people with the okie doke. You understand? He told us, yeah, man, we about to go up here. We about to finally get our money. We about to finally get our just due, cause we not leaving without a check. Right. And that's what he told. And you know what? If I'm motivated behind getting equal pay, and Martin Luther King told me that, I'm gonna be like, all right, Martin, we rolling with you, Martin. Let's get this check. And I promise you, after that, I have a dream speech. I would have been trying to get back there to put one in his forehead, man. I'd have been trying to do something, Martin, after that. Like, Martin, bro, we done donated $1,000 to your campaign now. You done got up there talking about holding hands with white people. Damn that. You know what I mean? And then, if you notice, soon after that, you started seeing a rise of the civil rights situations where black people started doing a lot of sit-ins, where they would go to a white restaurant and just sit in there. You understand? Like, I'm gonna be straight up with you. In the town I live in, nice little small little town, right? You got little mom and pop white restaurants, and you got little mom and pop black restaurants. Matter of fact, that place Bond told me about, the Fresh Burger, y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead and get out. You know what I mean? That place, the Fresh Burger place that the bar was telling me about, best burger in the city, boy. Hey, them brothers got some burgers down there now. If you ain't heard of Fresh Burger, hey, you gotta support them brothers.
Is that the one that's no longer here now, or?
Oh, they not in Greenville no more? They doing good in Anderson.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they doing good in Anderson. They bought the old, you know where the old Bojangles used to be on Clifton Boulevard?
Across the street from the mall?
Yeah, sort of kind of down the street from the mall. Yeah, they right there now. Mm-hmm.
I know he's doing too wild now.
Yeah, they doing good. They doing real good. Yeah, they doing real good. So, you know, now you might have this burger spot. It's a black-owned restaurant. You know he don't have a plug on all the good, cheap food. But you know what? If we support our brothers, then we'll have more black enterprise.
Right.
You understand? So it's harder for brothers to run a business because we don't have those connections and things that Esau got. You understand? Even today in 2020. So, but Martin Luther King, he took the motivation of the civil rights movement and completely switched it up into we want to integrate with America. We want to integrate schools. We shouldn't be divided. We should be coming together and blah, 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 blah. Going completely against the motivation of the brothers that supported Martin Luther King. You understand? So he got up there and did all of that. So instead of us getting a check, instead of us getting the money that we were looking for, the capital to be able to go buy land and things like that, instead of getting those things, we ended up losing all of our black enterprise. Because now, instead of us going to Miss Shirley's home cooking, we gotta go to Bruce and Diane's diner. We gotta go to Outback Steakhouse. You understand? And everything that we do, every dollar that we spend is now leaving the black community instead of coming back to the black community. You understand? All right, so go ahead up. Yeah, that's why. Yeah. The kids definitely gotta eat. You understand? I do need somebody that could read this scripture for me, Bob Bashar. You know, if you could, please.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 14. I have seen also in the prophets of Jerusalem and horrible things.
So the Lord said, I've seen also in the prophets of Jerusalem a horrible thing. You understand? Read on.
They commit adultery.
They do what?
They commit adultery.
You understand? So here's the deal, right? How many times we gonna hear stories about these Christian pastors sleeping with another man's wife? How many times we gonna hear that story before we wake up and realize that these is evil, wicked bastards? You understand? Read it again.
They commit adultery.
You understand? Here's what a lot of people don't know about Martin Luther King. You understand? In the I.S.U.P.K, we got a nickname for Martin Luther King. You understand? We call him Orgy Mike. You understand? Orgy Mike was a freak. You understand? And he liked to sleep with prostitutes. You understand? He liked to sleep, and not only did he like to sleep with prostitutes, anybody know what kind of prostitutes he liked? Go ahead,
It's like it's white women.
Yeah, he loved them white women. You understand? And all of that came out in the FBI tapes when they brought them, because you know when Barack Obama, when he was president, he passed what they called the Transparency Act. So all the classified files and things that they had, you know, the FBI files and all these other things, you know, people was thinking that they're about to find out if aliens is real. Oh yeah, they found out some things, all right. But it wasn't about no aliens.
Right.
It was about Martin Luther King liking white prostitutes. You understand? And how he used to beat the brakes off the prostitutes. He used to beat them. Then he used to abuse them. Like there was a couple times where he didn't got caught abusing prostitutes.
Nice.
You understand? There's a book. What's the name of this book? It's written by Robert Abernathy, where Abernathy exposed Martin Luther King. You understand? Exposed the whole civil rights movement. You know what I mean? It was talking about how them boys was having orgies and all that. With the governors and the senators and stuff like that. Martin Luther King, Jesse Jackson, whoever else, you know, whatever other civil rights leaders, Stokely Carmichael and all them, linking up at the Westin in downtown Washington, D.C. with the governors and senators and councilmen and all that. And they used to have these orgies. They used to bring prostitutes and little boys, you know, well, not little boys, but like the young men, like, you know what I mean? And the homosexual men that used to be running orgies with statesmen. You understand? And so these so-called leaders of ours commit wicked and disgusting acts and we look at them as holy men. We look at them as righteous leadership. We put the future. Here's the thing, if you have children, it comes a point where you have got to look your children in the eye. And you got to decide if you trust the future and safety of your child in the hands of this pastor that you listen to.
Right.
You have to decide this, man. Because I'm going to tell you something. I can't trust a man that is anti-firearm. That's going to tell me I shouldn't have no gun in my house to protect my family. To hell with you and to hell with this church.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it's a chopper city around my crib. You understand? And so, but these leaders, they run around committing all forms of adultery, homosexuality. You understand? And they compromise themselves every day. Meanwhile, Commander General YAHANNA does not compromise.
Right.
You understand? That is a leader that I can follow. That is a leader that I can trust the safety of my children in the hands of. You understand? Go ahead and read on when you can about the show.
And walk in lies.
And do what?
Walk in lies.
Now keep in mind, we're talking about the leaders, the prophets of Israel. We talking about the prophets, the religious leaders of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Say they commit adultery and they walk in lies. You understand? These people walk in lies. Martin Luther King sat there and lied to his own people the night before he went up there and gave that I Have a Dream speech. You understand? He told a bold-faced lie. Said, yeah, when we go up there, we ain't leaving without a check. I'll never forget it. I was like, but Martin Luther King got some balls, don't he? Right. I was like, he ain't the punk I thought he was. Until I found out that was the night before the I Have a Dream speech. You understand? Then I found out what type of coward he was.
Right.
Just that alone told me so much about Martin Luther King. Just that one thing alone. You understand? These people trusted the future of their grandchildren in the hands of Martin Luther King. And he went up there and burned it alive. He went up there and threw it all down the garbage because of his lustful. Martin Luther King, he just wanted to live in a world where he could sleep with his little white prostitutes in peace. He just wanted to bust them down in the hotel and not have to worry about getting hung for it. Right. That's what Martin Luther King wanted. He just wanted it so bad. You understand? He stood up there and had the opportunity to talk about the money, and he get up there and talk about loving white people. Loving we just want to hold hands. We just want to sing Kumbaya with the white man. You know what I'm saying? I can't imagine what them boys were saying backstage. Like, man, what the hell Martin got going on, man? Man, y'all better go tell that man. Y'all done handed that man the wrong speech, man. You understand? I bet they was tripping back there. Man, somebody done messed up, man. He had to read the wrong speech. What he talking about? Go ahead.
Not my Martin.
Not my Martin. Not my pastor. You understand? Read on.
Come. They strengthen also the hands of evildoers.
Now that's heavy right there. So they strengthen also the hand of evildoers. Let me tell you something. The Roman Catholic Church is extremely prevalent. Yeah, it's just crazy seeing. I remember seeing Salaya. I remember when he was born. You understand? And just to see him walking around with some boots on and Most High in Christ, Salaya. That just blew my mind right there. You understand? But nevertheless, dang, that just lets you know you get old fast. If you were just born yesterday. All right, so it said they strengthen also the hands of evildoers. You understand? They strengthen the hand of evildoers. The Roman Catholic Church is very prevalent amongst the Hispanic community. Very prevalent. Santa Maria and all that other garbage they worship in the Christian Catholic Church. But the Roman Catholic Church is extremely prevalent. You ever notice there's a Catholic church in every ghetto? In every hood. I was Catholic. I grew up Catholic. You understand? And in the Catholic Church, is child molestation not an evil act? Is a child molester not an evildoer? Oh man. Is a child molester not an evildoer? You understand? The Roman Catholic Church has strengthened the hands of homosexuals and child molesters for centuries. You understand? For hundreds of years, they've strengthened the hand of child molesters. Not only that, but did you know that the mafia is Catholic? Did y'all know that? The mafia, La Cosa Nostra. You understand? They Roman Catholic. They report to the Pope. They go to the Pope's Sunday services and get anointed by the Pope. You understand? Not only that, but we're looking at the Black Christian Church because that's what we're here to talk about, the Black Christian Church. The Black Christian Church almost united unanimously behind Donald Trump. He talking about grabbing women by the box. He got our brothers and sisters locked in cages at the border, men, women, and children. You understand? What type of, this is the thing that get me. America love to call somebody uncivilized. They love to say that this is civilization and things like that. But what kind of a savage would separate children from their parents? What kind of a monster would do that? You understand? Hey, let's give a brother a hand, man, for bringing all this beautiful food, man. Let's give this brother a hand. You know what I mean? Brother that came through with the rice dish, the turkey, with the turkey tails.
Come on.
I didn't even know turkeys had tails. So like it. You understand? The brothers eat good in the UPK. You understand? But they strengthen the hands of evildoers. You understand? They strengthen the hands of these politicians that pass all these laws like stop and frisk, like Bloomberg. You understand? These Christian pastors strengthen their hand, man. They give these people a pass. You know how people say you need a ghetto pass? That's where they get it from.
Right.
They get it from the Christian church. Go ahead, Doc.
It's like, what you're saying is so heavy on one, because this morning, it was a sister named Holly Brazil. She's a sister. And she partakes in the Christian church and the Christian world. She said she sat down with Joe Biden, and she said Joe Biden looked at her and said, she said, well, maybe we can have a black and white conversation. He said, no, we can have a black and black conversation. And she was like, what you mean you're not black? And then she said, when he started talking to her, she said, I realized like he was speaking to black people from the heart. And I was just like, God damn. On CNN this morning, that's what she said this morning.
Good night. Go ahead,
If I could, and man, also, we was talking about this, I think that was last week, or I was bringing out facts yesterday. Joe Biden won South Carolina.
Right.
In the Democratic race. And over 50% of those votes were black people.
Of course. Of course. He the man that ran with Obama.
Right.
Obama and them. You understand? He the one ran with Obama and them. You understand? Of course. You understand? And it's such an evil thing. Like I brought it out last week about Bernie Sanders. You understand about how Bernie Sanders is talking about I can't remember exactly what his policies was, but you can almost guarantee that as much as he like to portray, as much as these politicians like to portray how much they love black people, here's the thing, man. You still a white man.
Right.
You still gonna love white people. And the scripture say you can't serve two masters.
Right.
You understand? And here's the problem. White people love white people and nobody has a problem with it. Chinese people love Chinese people. Nobody has a problem with it. Japanese love Japanese, African love African, Jewish man love the Jewish man, Arab man love the Arab man, and so forth and so forth. But as a black man, oh my goodness, you better love everybody in America. That's what society pumps into us. I was watching, I was helping my grandmother with something. And she watched some of the craziest TV shows. But she was watching some show, I can't remember what it's called. I'm going to just call it The View, because I don't know what it's called. But it was something with some Chinese girl on it that talked to Jeezy. She like Jeezy girlfriend. Jeezy girlfriend apparently Chinese. And apparently she on this TV show. So, and it was right around the coronavirus popping off. And they was addressing this devil. There was a video of this devil that came out where he was talking about Chinese people. And he was just, and really, you know, I done seen a lot of racist rants before. They said that this was a racist rant, but he was really stating facts. You know what I mean? Like if you get up there and be like, man, black people always smell good. They always make good chicken. You know what I mean? They never discussing. They the nicest people that you ever meet. You know what I mean? They peaceful people. They make good music. I can't stand them darkies. You ain't told no lies. You see what I'm saying? You ain't told nothing no lies. Just like how when we go up on the podium every weekend and we call the white man the devil. So like, okay, cut. You understand? Just like how when we go up there and we call him the devil, call him the murderer, the man who deceived the entire earth. We just telling the truth. Right. You understand? And when this devil, and he was just basically like, you know, over here in China, you know, they're disgusting. You know, they're over here eating raw bats and things like that, and that's why they got coronavirus. Right. Go ahead.
We got a comment from the sister Shara.
Go ahead.
She said, if the pastors cared, politicians cared, they'd help you understand penal codes and your amendments, but if we don't know, they can't control us.
Now that right there is heavy. Give that sister a hand. That's heavy. You understand? That's a heavy point, and I'm glad that sister brought that out because that is correct. Right. You understand? Because like the scriptures say, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Right. You understand? I know so many brothers. We live in South Carolina. In South Carolina, it is not hard to get a gun. It ain't hard at all. And guess what? In South Carolina, it is not legal. It is not illegal to have a gun that is not registered. You understand? As long as that gun ain't stolen, you can lawfully carry it in your, either if you got a CWP, you can carry it on your person. If you have it in, and if you don't have a CWP, you got to put it in the glove compartment. They can be fully loaded with one in the head. You understand? But so many brothers, brothers are riding around with guns. They might not have them in the glove compartment. You know, brothers like to keep them under the seat. But, you know, brothers like to keep them under the seat. You know what I mean? But this brother has been in this church all his life. And that one little slip up, him having that gun under the seat versus having that gun in the glove compartment, went from something that would have never been a factor to all of a sudden he has an unlawful carry charge. Right. Now he's a felon because he had a gun under his seat instead of in his glove compartment. You understand? So what that sister saying is correct. Another thing to add to it, what these pastors don't do, is a lot of these pastors they know a lot about finances. They know a lot about finances. And they do not educate black people on financial stability. They don't educate black people on how to establish a credit, the importance of credit, and things like that. Because they're not here to help black people. You know, all the money that goes into the Christian church, you would think the Christian church had a GED program. Right. Not the I.S.U.P.K. I.S.U.P.K. got to do it because your Christian pastor don't give a damn about it. You understand? So what that sister said was so heavy, and that need to be a class on its own right there. You understand? Because that's heavy. It's a lot of brothers that would not be in prison, that would not be felons right now, if only they knew their rights, if only they knew the laws. You understand? Go ahead.
It's like, I was gonna say what you're bringing out so heavy out on about the pastors not teaching us the financial stabilities that we need. I remember this was like 2013, long time before I came into the truth. It was a brother that I went to school with. He became a pastor, and at that time, he pulled up to the store I was working at in like a Chevy Malibu. Right. And I had seen him on Facebook prior before then trying to sell that same vehicle for like $10,000. So I was like, hey, I said, I seen you selling your car online. I was like, how'd you get that car? He said, the Lord bless me, man. I'm a pastor at the church now. And I was like, damn. I was like, damn, for real? He was like, yeah, man. He said, I'm selling this car right now for $10,000. He said, because I just bought my wife a car, and I just got a car. And I didn't even understand like what I know now, that they get all these loans and this grants and everything. And he was trying to sell the car for $10,000 after he just bought him and his wife a car.
Yeah. You understand? And that's absolutely right. You know what I mean? These Christian pastors, man, they in it for themselves.
Right.
You understand? They in it for themselves, man. Like, how do you think gentrification works?
Right.
Gentrification, the way gentrification works is the Christian pastors or these Christian churches, they're making all this money every Sunday from black people in the hood. And they take black people's money and they go and buy up them houses that they living in from their landlords. And then what happens is they end up evicting the people that's living there and end up selling the house to a land developer. You understand? And end up getting a big, huge check because they just sold half the neighborhood to this land developer. And then he tears it all down and builds college dorms on it. You understand? That's going on right now in Anderson. You understand? Anderson University is expanding all through east side and south side and north side. They already done started tearing down the hood, moving black people out. You understand? So all these things that they doing, you understand, all the things that the Christian church does is adverse to the benefit of black people and more to the benefit of putting money in their pockets. That is their hustle. That is their hustle. You understand? You got the dope man on the block selling dope, and you got the preacher man in the church selling hope. You understand? Go ahead and read on for me, Bob Kasha.
Come. That none don't return from his wickedness.
Read that again.
That none don't return from his wickedness.
So here's the deal. These Christian pastors, they not turning black people away from their wickedness, man. They not stopping a black man from being a homosexual.
Right.
They not stopping a black woman from being a whore. You understand? What they doing is they telling you God loves everybody. Ain't nobody perfect. You understand? They say ain't nobody perfect. Jesus Christ was half man, half God.
Right.
God got married pregnant. That's what the Christian pastors say. It's impossible to do what Jesus Christ did. You understand? So if you want to be a old homosexual, by all means, the Lord still loves you. Matter of fact, swing on by my motel room. You know what I'm saying? Like on some Eddie Long. Eddie Long is a homosexual his damn self.
Right.
So how he gonna stop a man from being a homosexual? Go ahead, Al.
So I was gonna say, if I can, don't be surprised real soon in Greenville, South Carolina, the list comes out of Christian pastors who are gay. A sister that does my daughter's hair at the barbershop, we went in there, and it was a brother that cuts hair at the front of the place. It popped out that he's a homosexual, and the only way everybody found out was because it's a group text that the barbers have in Greenville. The homosexual he was dating started posting pictures of them and them two in the video in the barbershop chat. So all the barbershops around Greenville know that this one particular barber is a homosexual. So he's been posting pictures of himself at that brother's house with the brother's kids, his daughters. Then the homosexual brother said, I'm gonna bring everything down when I put out the list of the pastors who are gay in Greenville. I'm just waiting on it. I want that list.
Dang.
I want the list out.
And with that, if you are not in the I.S.U.P.K under Commander General YAHANNA, you suspect. Go ahead and read on that.
Come, sir. They are all of them unto me as Sodom.
Read it again.
They are all them unto me as Sodom.
You understand? Read it again.
They are all of them unto me as Sodom.
Says they are all unto me. I got tongue twisted in my damn self. Says they are all of them unto me as Sodom. That's how you know the Most High was mad. Right. He said they are all. He said they are all of them unto me. You understand? As Sodom. You understand? All these Christian pastors, man, these Christian leaders, I wouldn't be surprised if every pastor in Greenville is on that damn list. Right. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be shocked at all. You understand? I would not be surprised. In fact, I'd be surprised if all of them not on the list. Right. You understand? Says they are all unto me as Sodom. And think about Sodom. Think about Sodom, the story about Sodom and Gomorrah, right? Think about the men that was in Sodom. You understand? Lot had angels come to him. You understand? Lot had angels within his home. He ministered to angels. Opened his doors up to angels. And these men in Sodom, you understand, wanted to rape the angels. Good night. Like, send them boys out. I got 2 beautiful princesses that ain't never been touched. Nah, we don't want that. like what the dude said in Boondocks. He said, I didn't come for no girls' butt. We come for man's butt. Them boys came for man's butt. And so the Lord says, all these Christian leaders, man, they are all unto him as Sodom. You understand? Like John Gray. John Gray molested a 13-year-old girl and got her pregnant. And guess what? His wife found out about it, didn't say nothing. So you know what he did for his wife? Bought her that Lambo. You understand? And you know what's crazy? Commander YAHANNA prophesied why he bought her that Lambo. And then they came right out after that he got a 13-year-old girl pregnant. You understand? Go ahead,
So like everybody can, I know this isn't a surprise to us, but they just brought out an article today. They said John Gray's $1.something million house has been proven to have been bought by the church's money.
Of course. Of course. I mean, what else you gonna do?
Right.
I mean, that's what they do. They embezzle money. You know what I mean? These guys is like Wall Street executives that snort cocaine and sleep with high-dollar prostitutes. Go ahead, Up.
And I was gonna say with John Gray, I wouldn't be surprised if he ended up on that list.
I mean, what I'm saying. he do like wearing them tight suits. Right. He wear them tight suits. With saran wrap suits. Go ahead and read on out.
Concert. In the inhabitants thereof as Gomorrah.
Says in the inhabitants thereof as Gomorrah. You understand? So all of these Christian pastors, these Christian leaders, all of our religious leaders, we're gonna even expand it beyond the Christian church. Because we also got Salagia. Alright, so all of these religious leaders are like Sodom and Gomorrah. The Christian church is the modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. Because when you walk in the Christian church, you do not see a real man directing the damn choir. You do not see that. I've never seen a real man stand up and direct no damn church choir. Have you, Mardaki?
Sir.
What about you? Maybe it's something I missed. You know what I mean? Because all of them look like peanut butter boys to me.
Right.
You understand? It's a lot. All of them look like that to me. You understand? Look like sweet and low. You understand? Read on.
Come. Verse 15. Therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts, concerning the prophets, behold, I will feed them with wormwood, so like wormwood, and make them drink the water of gale.
Okay, so it says that the Lord is going to do something to these Christian pastors. You understand? He going to do something to this Christian church. You understand? And he's already started rising up against these Christian churches. You understand? You see it happening now with John Gray.
Right.
You understand? He's slowly but surely getting dismantled. You understand? You seen it happen with that pastor in Spartanburg. Bon, you remember that pastor in Spartanburg? He is another pastor right here in South Carolina molesting a 13-year-old girl. Got her pregnant. Go ahead, Al.
So like I'm about to say that he got her pregnant. He got sentenced too.
Yeah, got sentenced. What's up with these pastors getting these little girls pregnant, man? And well, how can you look at a 13-year-old girl and be sexually attracted to that? You understand? Like a little girl is supposed to be protected by a black man. You understand? Not molested. You understand? You're not supposed to molest no little girl, man. And then you the leader of this church. People somebody trusted you enough to be with their daughter. And you their religious leader. They trusted their daughter with you. I mean, yeah, I don't know. That couldn't be me. You know what I mean? I'd have been like, I don't give a damn, Pastor. Yeah, Pastor, you spoke a good sermon this week, but I ain't bringing my little daughter over your house this weekend.
Right.
Damn that. Why you even asking for that? Matter of fact, I ain't coming back no more. You understand? But the Lord is going to do something to these Christian churches. He did something to that Christian church, that AME church. You understand? He doing something. He doing something to these Christian churches, man. He gonna punish these churches for this, just like he punished Martin Luther King. You understand? He punished Martin Luther King by doing what? Putting a bullet right up in him in front of everybody. You understand? If you think the Lord is gonna just allow a false prophet to just speak false prophecies, to just throw it out.
Yeah,
you think the Lord is just going to allow this stuff to go down? You are, like my man HaHa Davis say, you are sadly mistaken. You understand? Read on.
Come. For from the prophets of Jerusalem is, what was that? Profaneness going forth into all the land.
You understand? And guess what? Because these Christian pastors are so evil and disgusting, because our religious leaders are so lustful, then that has expanded all throughout the black community. You understand? It has expanded all throughout the black community like a plague because of what this Christian church has done, man. You understand? You think what John Gray did to that 13-year-old girl did not affect that 13-year-old girl in a way where it's going to affect someone else? You understand? Because here's the deal. If that 13-year-old girl don't get the proper counsel, she's going to grow up and be a whore. Or even worse, she's going to grow up and become a prostitute or be on a stripper pole. You understand? Because she got molested and nobody gave a damn enough to defend her.
Right.
You understand? That's unacceptable in the eyes of the Lord.
Right.
You understand? Read that last part again.
Come. For from the prophets of Jerusalem.
For from these Christian, these wicked, evil, disgusting bastards that sit in this Christian church. Read on.
Of Jerusalem is profaneness going forth into all the land.
Through all the land, meaning all the nation of Israel. Not just black people, Hispanic people, Native Indian people as well. Because we all brothers, we all part of the same culture. You understand? We come together like glue. You understand? Read on.
Verse 16. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, hearken not unto the words of the prophets that prophesied unto you.
Read that part again.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts.
These are God's words. God is talking to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
Right.
You understand? He is talking to every black man, every Hispanic man, every Native American man, and guess what? Every black woman, every Hispanic woman, every Native American woman. You want to talk about your personal relationship with God? This is your personal relationship with God. I'm telling you the words of you. This is your relationship right here. I'm telling you what he's saying. Read on.
Hearken not unto the words of the prophets that's prophesied unto you.
You understand? That Christian, that bastard, that homosexual, that sly, sneaky son of a, you know what I mean? This in that Christian church on that pulpit. You understand? You are not supposed to hearken unto his words.
Right.
You want to know why you should not hearken unto his words? Because hearkening unto his word, guess what? Somebody 13-year-old daughter hearkened unto John Gray's words.
Right.
And look what happened to her. Somebody's 13-year-old daughter hearkened unto their brother in Spartanburg. Look what happened. You understand? Somebody's little son hearkening to the words of Eddie Long. You understand? A bunch of people's sons. Eddie Long been around for a long time. Go ahead,
Sir, he was in Atlanta too, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. He down in sodomite heaven. You understand? Read on.
Come on. They make you vain.
They do what?
They make you vain.
They do what?
They make you vain.
They make you vain. You understand? You listening to these pastors, they gonna make you vain. You understand? They gonna send you down the pathway of nothingness.
Right.
You understand? What do I mean by that? You understand? What do I mean by that? They gonna send you down the pathway of nothingness. What I'm saying is, think about it like this. How many times your pastor, you know how many pastors that inspired women to break up with their man? You got 3 kids with this man. You in church listening to your pastor. Your pastor want to hit, then tried to hit, but you been like, I got a man. I can't mess around with my man. Well, guess what? He about to direct this whole sermon to you and your man. You understand? And guess what? He trained to do this. He's trained to do this. And to have you thinking all type of nothing, you know what I mean, telling you the goddess of the earth. You understand? You the one that bring forth the children, because in the Christian church they think Mary gave birth to magic babies.
Right.
You understand? They think the woman is highly esteemed in the eyes of the Lord. You understand? And so you got this woman and break up with this man for no reason, then had his children, put him on child support. You understand? And all you care about now is what goes into your pocket. That's all you care about. And guess what? That's a lonely life. You know what I mean? There was an article written by some woman. I gotta find it. But she was not a writer. She was just a career woman. She was an executive, an attractive woman. An executive woman that worked her whole life for her career and did all this and made it to like 55, 60 years old and made all kinds of money. Never got married, never had no children.
Damn.
And out of all the things she accomplished, lived in a mansion, drove Bentleys, had limousines and drivers and things like that, had moolah. And at the end of the day, she felt like she accomplished nothing. You want to know why that is? Because, see, the Christian church would train the black woman to believe that she don't need a man. That whole I don't need a man, that is vanity. Because guess what? Every woman need a man.
Right.
You need a man. And if you think you don't, you lying to yourself and you're going to play yourself. Thinking that you don't need a man. How you don't need a man, but you got a man on child support? You need that brother to be on child support. You understand? So don't let these Christian pastors make you vain. Because here's the thing. They making you vain and puffing you up. Making you separate yourself from your protection. And you want to know why they do that? Just look at all the stories that's coming out now of all the 13-year-old girls getting molested by their pastor. That's why. That's why the Christian church tries to get you to separate from your man. Because they want to molest your daughters. They want to molest your sons. That's what they want. They want you to lean on them for guidance instead of your man. That way you can trust them enough to leave your children around him so he can do whatever the hell he please. You understand? You think it won't happen? If there's any sisters in South Carolina that can disprove what I'm telling, because I'm going to tell you something. 9 times out of 10, you're going to find out, especially here in South Carolina, that when you talk to a sister long enough, she will come out and tell you that she herself been molested as a child. And it is shocking to me how, am I lying now, bro? Go ahead,
Like I said, you are telling 100% truth. Coming into the school and having conversations with sisters now, and being able to tell sisters that the only reason a lot of sisters become whores or lesbians is because they've been molested, and to hear how many sisters say, that's so true. I was molested by my father. I was molested by my grandfather, my stepbrother. It's mind-boggling. I can't even believe it. Like, it's crazy out of line. It's crazy out of line. I never thought so many sisters and brothers too. Like, it's a brother right now out there where my mother used to stay at. Everybody think he's crazy, but after really listening to him speak and talk, and he was just saying everybody think he's crazy. He said even his mother does too, but he said you would act the same way too if your uncle raped you.
You brought it all the way out. Good night. And see, that's the thing, man. If there were more fathers in the home,
right?
Not just men. There were more fathers in the home.
Right.
You understand? Because there's a difference between a man and a father.
Right.
Yeah, I don't want to say all that. I don't want to get too technical. But a lot of these brothers that's out here in the world have been molested as children. And guess what? Believe it or not, and I hate to admit it, I hate to admit this, because I hate that this is something that actually happens. But it's a lot of brothers that molest children around here. You understand? There are brothers that will target women with children and will date those women and have those children just so he can molest those children. You understand? That's a reality. You understand? Now, Bun, there was a situation here in South Carolina where the I.S.U.P.K had to get involved. You understand? Bun, you know very well about that situation. You understand? We brothers had to get involved. You understand? Because of a situation that went down. And had it not been for, this is why we get a Most High hand. Because I gotta give a Most High hand because this is why it's so important for the I.S.U.P.K to do the work that we do. This is why it's so important for black people to leave these Christian churches and come into the I.S.U.P.K. Because you're going to soon find out, and we've been saying it since 1969, but it's becoming more and more real every day.
Damn right.
The I.S.U.P.K is the only safe haven for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
Damn right.
You understand? It's the only safe haven. You understand? Hell, it's the only safe haven for illegal immigrants. I'll go ahead and put that out there. You understand? It's the only safe haven. You understand? For blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. because your Christian pastor, he don't give a damn.
Right.
Go ahead and read on out. We run short on time. Go ahead.
They speak a vision of their own heart.
They do what?
They speak a vision of their own heart.
So as you can see in the I.S.U.P.K, you know, if you've been around for a while, you see that we speak from our own hearts. And what I'm teaching today, am I making this stuff up? What are we reading out of? Go ahead.
The King James Bible, sir.
We're reading out the King James Bible. I'm not telling you what my personal opinion is on the matter.
Right.
You understand? I'm telling you what it is and what the Lord say. You understand? But these Christian pastors, guess what? Creflo Dollar get up there and he do what? He speak a vision of his own heart. You understand? Martin Luther King stood up there and I have a dream speech and did what? He spoke a vision of his own heart. He didn't even speak the vision of the heart of his people. You understand? How traitorous can you be? Read on.
And not out of the mouth of the Lord.
Read that again.
And not out of the mouth of the Lord.
Read it one more time, huh?
And not out of the mouth of the Lord.
How can you sit there and call yourself a man of God and you don't speak the words of the Lord?
Right.
You understand? I sent you that link. I want you to pull up that link for me, Baba Kasha. You understand? We're going to get to it, man. We're going to show you something. Now, this is an old article, but I don't care how old it is. It's just as prevalent today as it was when the article was written.
Come on, sir.
You understand? But read this. I'll never forget this.
This is ChristianPost.com. Black Christian leaders detest claim that Trump is the driver of racial division in America.
Read that title again.
Black Christian leaders detest claim that Trump is the driver of racial division in America.
It says that black Christian leaders. Who are we talking about today? Oh yeah, that's right. Black Christian leaders.
Right.
Black Christian leaders says detest. You know what detest means? Look at that word detest. Barbershop. Let's look at that word detest. I just bought me a jump rope and like to broke my neck this morning. Been a while since I done jump rope. All right. You're gonna look at the word detest. That's a powerful word right there. Say black Christian leaders detest. They detest the claim that Donald Trump is the driver of racial division in America. Go ahead.
Detest, dislike intensely.
They got an intense dislike for that claim. Meaning, they got an intense dislike for what we say.
Right.
But what do? What do we speak? What words do we speak? In the I.S.U.P.K, we speak the words of the Lord.
Right.
You understand? Your Christian pastor hates the words of the Lord. You understand? Because Donald Trump, how are you not the driver of racial division in America? You understand? Donald Trump is the lightning rod for division in America, which is necessary. I'm not mad at it. Oh, shit. Salaki, excuse my language. I'm not mad about no racial division.
Right.
Because I'll tell you what, like Captain Zaryak just recently did an interview with some racist white people. And here's the thing, if you ever notice, racist white people, we can actually sit down and have intelligent conversations with racist white people. You know what I'm saying? Because we both have the same understanding that we should not come together. You understand? And we agree. You understand? But these Christian pastors look at both. Yeah, I hate to big up the racist white people, but good night. I'd rather deal with them than deal with a devil that try to convince me that he loved me.
Right.
I would rather deal with them. You understand? I would rather deal with a devil with a swastika tattooed on his forehead, with a KKK on his throat right here. You understand? Like, I would much rather deal with him than deal with the devil with the gold grill in his mouth and the braids out here sleeping with black women. Like that devil down there in Charleston that gave HIV to 700 sisters. You know what I'm saying? Was it 700 or was it more than that?
It was 700.
Yeah, 700.
All the way up to here too, I don't know. He got. I know he tore Ernstberg alive.
Good night. That right there is why Martin Luther King was a goddamn lie. That what happened down there in Charleston with that devil, that DJ that slept with them 700 sisters and gave them HIV. That is a result of Martin Luther King.
Right.
I have a dream.
Right.
You understand? Let's read a little bit of this article about Kasha.
Come on, sir. A group of conservative black pastors and intellectual leaders on Monday defended President Donald Trump amid criticism of his initial response to the violence in Charlottesville, Virginia last weekend. While, you want to keep reading, sir?
Yeah, come.
While some, like Charlestonville Mayor Mike Signer, have claimed that there is a direct line between the events in Charlottesville and the choices Trump made in his 2016 presidential campaign.
All right, so what this devil here is saying is that you remember that event in Charlottesville where you had the racist protesters and you had Antifa, which sound like a bunch of sodomites just running around sodomizing and shit. But that was when they had that big clash in Charlottesville. You understand? And so what he's saying is he's saying that there's a direct correlation between what happened in Charlottesville and choices and things that Donald Trump said in the public. You understand? And not only that, but think about it. Right after that Charlottesville incident, what did Donald Trump get up there and say? He said that they was good people. Those are good people down there burning crosses and shit. So like, excuse my language. You understand? He said that those was good people. You understand? Skip down to that part where it says one thing you need to understand. Hold on, matter of fact, Salakia. The paragraph right after that. After the one I just told you, where it says Corrigan Vaughn.
Sir. Corrigan Vaughn, a political advocate who ran against Democrat-Republican Elijah Cummings of Maryland in the 2016 election, argued that those in the media who blame Trump for the racial tension in the United States are trying to turn Trump into a villain.
Read on.
Don't make our commander-in-chief a villain.
This is a brother. This is a brother. You understand? Saying, don't make our commander-in-chief a villain. Read on.
Come. When in actuality, it is more the villainous of the media in terms of making something where nothing is, Vaughn stated.
So this is a brother. You understand who said this? Look up the definition of villain, Baba Kasha. Says, don't make our commander-in-chief a villain, when in actuality it is more villainous of the media in terms of making statements where nothing is. You understand? Here's the deal, man. These brothers and sisters right here came to defend Donald Trump, came to condemn facts that this man is a racist monster. You understand? Go ahead and read that definition. Go ahead, Amar.
So like I was gonna say, wasn't John Gray sitting with Donald Trump at round table somewhere too?
I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was. I know there was another brother from I think it's from Easley. That brother that television pastor. I know he was going hard for Donald Trump.
Good, nice.
Mm-hmm. You can go ahead and read that definition for me, Barbara Shaw.
The definition of villain: a character whose evil actions or motives are important to the plot.
You understand? It said, read that again. Read that again.
A character whose evil actions or motives are important to the plot.
Say a character whose evil actions or motives are important to the plot. Well, here's the plot. The plot is to oppress blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Because that's been the plot since 1492. Has it not been?
Right.
Have we not been continuously oppressed since 1492?
Right.
You understand? So Donald Trump, read that definition again.
A character whose evil actions or motives are important to the plot.
So is it evil or is it righteous to lock children in a cage?
Right.
Is it evil or is it righteous to falsely claim an entire race of people as rapists?
Right.
I mean, break it down for me. You understand? Donald Trump is a goddamn villain, man.
Right.
He is a villain. But here's the problem. This is why they didn't impeach Trump. Because all of them are villains. America is a villain.
Right.
When they showed up on that island in Puerto Rico, when Christopher Columbus is a villain. Hernan Cortez, a villain. George Washington, a villain. Andrew Jackson was a villain.
Right.
What's righteous about killing 77 million North American Indians? Is that not evil? Is that not an evil act? 100 million slaves died just getting over here to America. Is that not evil out? America is a villain on this earth, man. Everybody who stands with America is a villain.
Come.
You understand? Which is why it's so disgusting for us to want to join America, for us to want to take part in voting and all this nonsense, worrying about politics, trying to trying to shop at Walmart, fight for the right. We got punched in the face to give all our money to Walmart.
Right.
You understand? My ancestors got their face broke for me to be broke. Come on now. When we don't even realize that it was a plan.
Right.
They strategically played our leaders. They knew that all they cared about was their lust. And guess what? They used all our religious leaders to make sure we led down a pathway of financial instability to the point where their solution to our financial instability was to kill 400,000 babies a year. Martin Luther King said that out of his own mouth.
Right.
That that's the cure for poverty in the ghetto.
Damn.
Is abortion. Genocide. Oh, you want to cure poverty in America? Just kill them. Ain't no more poor people.
Right.
Kill them off. That's what Martin Luther King said. You don't believe me? Look up Martin Luther King's acceptance speech for the Margaret Singer Award. If you think I'm making it up. We in the I.S.U.P.K. we call this the what? The truth, right?
All right.
You understand? Matter of fact, I think I brought it out. You know, I'm gonna probably do a more in-depth class on it again. All right, so we're going to drop that article. I want you to go back to Jeremiah 23:17. We're going to try to move fast through the rest of these scriptures.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 17. They say still unto these that despise me, that the Lord hath said, ye shall have peace.
Read that again from the top.
Verse 17. They say still unto them that despise me.
It says, they say, these pastors, these Christian leaders, they say unto them that despise me. Talking about people that hate the Most High. How do you spot these people? Abon, you run into them all the time, don't you? Like, brother, you need to stop eating that pork, man. Damn that. I love the pig. Like Boosie. Little Boosie stuck a middle finger to the Most High. Damn. I'm surprised Boosie's still walking right now. Like, I'd be scared for Boosie when he did that. I was like, oh, Lord. I was like, I did what Moses did when they came on and said, who make you think you is? And then Moses dropped down to his knees. He was like, oh, shit. Father, please don't cut the heads off. You understand? You know what I mean? It says, they say unto them that despise me. You go to the Christian church, you despise the Most High. Right. And you don't even know it. You say you love God, but really you hate the Most High. You understand? You detest the Lord. You understand? It say these Christian pastors, they say unto them that hate the Lord, read on.
The Lord have said.
They say that the Lord have said, read on.
Ye shall have peace.
He said, and this goes on in every Christian church in America every Sunday. Every single one. Does it not? Do they not get up there on them pulpits and tell these people that hate God that they're going to be blessed if they sow this seed, that they're going to get this if they do this? Do they not? Or am I making this up? Read on.
And they say unto every one that walketh after the imagination of his own heart.
Guess what? Thinking that you don't need a man, that is an imagination of your own heart. Right. You understand? Read on.
No evil shall come upon you.
And you know what? I hear the most evilest women all the time say this one quote, and it turns my stomach every time I hear it. God got me. Like, sister, you was a whore, sleeping with 4 different men, don't know who your baby daddy is, right. And your boyfriend be beating your ass. God got me. Stop being a whore. How about you try that? Then maybe gotta get you. He gonna get you, all right? You understand? Read on.
Verse 18.
Matter of fact, skip down to verse 21, Baba Kashai.
Verse 21. I have not sent these prophets.
Read that again.
I have not sent these prophets.
Eddie Long.
I have not sent these prophets.
Creflo Dollar.
I have not sent these prophets.
Martin Luther King.
I have not sent these prophets.
The Lord ain't sent none of them bastards, man. Right. He ain't sent none of them. John Gray.
I have not sent these prophets.
The Lord ain't send your pastor, not my pastor, right. Your pastor. The Lord did not send him. Read on.
Yet they ran.
There they go. They out front center. Lord said, I ain't called them, but yet they showed up. Read on.
I have not spoken to them.
He said he ain't spoke to them. How many times you done heard a Christian pastor say, you know, I was talking to God and God said, son, just be patient. God ain't saying nothing to them. Right. Come on, man. You want to hear what God got to say, all you got to do is go to ISUPK.com, right. Subscribe to every channel in the UPK, and you're going to see what God got to say. Right. Read on.
Yet they prophesied.
Good night. The Lord ain't sent them, but yet they prophesied. Read on.
Verse 22. But if they had stood in my counsel.
Read it again.
But if they had stood in my counsel.
It says, but if they had stood in my counsel. Read on.
And had caused my people to hear my words,
and had caused his people, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Why does the Lord continuously talk about his people? Because this whole book is about black people, Hispanic people, and Native Indian people, and nobody else. Read on.
Then they should have turned them from their evil way.
That's what happens when you speak the eyes of the. When you speak, when you speak the words of the Most High. When you speak the truth, brothers will leave the gang life behind to serve the Lord. When you speak the truth, brothers will quit their drug addictions to serve the Lord. When you speak the truth, sisters will walk away from the stripper pole to serve the Most High. But because these pastors don't speak the words of the Lord, that's why so many homosexuals run around their church. That's why so many whores and sluts praise dancing on Sunday, dropping it like it's hot on Friday, busting it open on Saturday, and in church on Sunday like it never happened. You understand? Read on.
And from the evil of their doings.
You understand? And here's the thing, these Christian churches, they don't turn brothers and sisters from the evil that they're doing. And here's the thing, the evils that we are doing is the reasons why we continue to get oppressed in America. If black people was to walk away from this Christian church and come into the I.S.U.P.K, I guarantee you oppression would end overnight. It would end overnight. The Black Panthers couldn't do it because the Black Panthers joined our oppressors. The Nation of Islam can't do it because the Nation of Islam joined our oppressors. Right. Martin Luther King couldn't do it because he was sleeping with our oppressors. Right. John Gray couldn't do it because he was oppressing 13-year-old girls. Read on.
Verse 23. Am I a God at hand, saith the Lord, and not a God afar off?
Matter of fact, hold that. I want you to go to Jeremiah 5:28.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 5, verse 28. They are waxing fat.
They are waxing fat. These pastors is waxing fat. Now this don't mean that they have gotten big boned. You understand? They didn't gain weight. That's not what that's saying. Back in the old days, especially like in ancient days, being fat was a sign of wealth. You know what I mean? So, because the average human being, he had to work for a living and could eat sustainable food, but a rich man just sat on his butt all day and just ate all the best foods. Didn't do nothing with his life. You understand? So that's what that means when it says he was these pastors are waxing fat. That they become rich, filthy rich. Read on.
They shine.
They shine. Like, are these pastors not shining? Do Creflo Dollar not shine? Is that man not shining out? Eddie Long, was he not shining? Pulling up in the Maybach? You understand? Was he not shining out? You understand? What's some other pastor? John Gray bought his girl a Lambo. Jeez. For like a week and a half, he made every man look like we were nothing. You understand? Made every sister look at her husband like, You see what Pastor did? He went and bought his woman a Lambo. What you gonna do? You understand? Read on.
Yea, they overpass the deeds of the wicked.
It said, but these pastors, they overpass the deeds of the wicked. They ain't concerned with the evil that you're doing. You understand? They're not concerned with that. They just trying to tell you what you want to hear. You can do evil as you want to be as long as you bring me that money on Sunday. Read on.
They judge not the cause.
It said they judge not the cause. They judge not the cause. In the I.S.U.P.K, we judge the cause. There's judgment in the I.S.U.P.K. You understand? And the ISUPK, we judge the cause. You put your hands on one of the brothers in the UPK, and there's gonna be judgment. Mark, believe that. You understand? You touch one of the children in the ISUPK, man, I'm trying to tell you. Let one of the children in the UPK come out and say somebody molested them. Man, that's a day that you do not want to see. You understand? I promise you that. You understand? Because we is not no Christians in here.
Damn right.
We don't.
They cause of the fatherless.
The Christian pastor don't give a damn about the fatherless children. In fact, he molesting the fatherless children. Read on.
Yet they prosper in the right of the needy. They do they not judge?
Says yet they prosper, even though they doing all this evil. Don't give a damn about their people.
Right.
They prosper. They sitting there riding in Cadillacs. Yeah, I ain't never seen a pastor drive a raggedy car. I ain't never seen it.
No.
Have you ever seen that of mine? Pastor pull up in the 85 box Chevy? I've never seen that. Go ahead, Op.
I see one pull up all the time in that V8 Mercedes-Benz S-Class.
Hey, there we go. You understand? I ain't never seen one in a raggedy car.
Nah.
Read on. Matter of fact, stop there. I want you to go to 1 Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 12. Try to move quick. Damn, we run out of time. This is going to be the last scripture.
You said 1 and 12, sir?
Come on, 1 Maccabees 1 and 12.
Oh, come on, sir. This is a book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 12.
Maccabees is my favorite book in the whole Bible. Rick, go ahead.
So this device pleased them well.
Salakia. Is that 1 Maccabees 1 and 12?
Come on, sir. First Maccabees, chapter 1 and verse 12.
Hold on, I might have the wrong scripture. Wrote it down. Try 2 Maccabees 1 and 12.
Come on, sir. Second Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 12. For he cast them out that fought within the holy city.
All right, that's not it. Hold on 1 second. Oh, Salakia. It's verse 1 and 11. Salakia.
Second Maccabees or First Maccabees?
First Maccabees, chapter 1 verse 11. Salakia about that.
First Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men.
It says in those days went there out of Israel, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, wicked men. Keep in mind that these are wicked men about to commit a wicked act.
Right.
Read on.
Who persuaded many.
That's just like a Christian pastor.
Right.
They persuade many people. They go out there and they speak to crowds of people and try to persuade many people. Read on.
Saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen.
He says, let us do what?
Right. Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen.
Just like how you had all them black Christian pastors that said, let's go up there and talk to Donald Trump. Let's go up there and make a deal with Donald Trump. Read on.
That are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow.
Just like a coon. Just like a coon, the coonery and buffoonery. You understand? The coonery and buffoonery. If the white man ain't coming around giving them hugs and kisses and Easter bunnies, they just in so much sorrow. They just so sad that the white man ain't coming, ain't saying hey to them. If a white man don't say good morning to them, it just hurts their heart so bad. It just makes them so sad. Right. If a white man called them a nigger, my God. That's just, oh man, he called me a nigger. Oh my God. You understand? It's just so sad to just not be loved by white people. to these bastards. But the Lord said they are wicked men. You understand? They went forth wicked men out of Israel to try to join us to these other nations, man. And with that, pass the class over to Priest and Officer Mardaki.
I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K, start out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the word. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers chapter 18, verses 21, Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasurer, permanent, or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming Holy Convocation, of course, we have the 51st annual Lord's Passover. This is found. This falls on the 14th day of the first month. It's going to be on Thursday, April 9th at 2020 at sundown. And you can find this in Exodus chapter 12, verses 1 through 51, Leviticus chapter 23, 4 through 5, 1 Corinthians chapter 5, verses 7 through 8, and 2 Chronicles chapter 30, verse 17. Remind Akim and Aqua to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirts, pants, hat, black headband, and scarf. With that, shalom.